Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to some Lady Bengal basketball. We got the Lewiston Bengals against the Sandpoint Bulldogs. It's tip-off for varsity basketball starting soon, under a minute left. Starting lineups are about to happen, and we are ready in Lewiston, Idaho at the Bengal court. So the Bengals are coming into this game 4-8. In the Avista tournament, they placed third, only lost one, and that was their first loss against Grangeville. Very close game, and their last game was a nail-biter to the end, and Reese DeGrew able to come up clutch there with that big three. Luckily, Grangeville missed a couple free throws, and the Bengals were able to come out with a win. And Sandpoint with a very good record this year, 11-2 coming in, and they have been looking very strong throughout this season. Two very electric teams, and we're going to see what this game has for us. Start buzzer sounded, and so we're going to have the pledge coming up, starting lineups later, and we are going to get ready for tip-off. And a great job by the band there with the Star Spangled Banner, excuse me. And we forgot introductions. I'm Asher Fife.
I'm Allie Olson.
And as we said, we are in Lewiston, Idaho, home game for the Lady Bengals. And starting lineups are being announced.
Our starting lineups for the Sandpoint Bulldogs, we have number 2, Demi Driggs, number 4, Jordan Tomko, number 12, Lily Richardson, and then I lost the other two. There's 2 other starters on the floor, but they went a little too fast for me. And then now for our starters for the Lewiston Bengals, we have number 1, Bay Delic. We have number 3, Brianna Albright. We have number 5, Sky Van Treese. Number 12, Addison McArcher. And number 14, Avery Lathan. I think this is going to be a really good game. We have a relatively young team from Lewiston, no seniors on the team. And then Sandpoint, I think we have a couple seniors.
Yeah, we got a freshman starting for the Bengals, Avery Latham starting most of this season, getting very solid minutes. Going to be a very, very important player as the years go on for the Bengals.
She's definitely a good player on the court, and she was a good player on the soccer field as well, getting Freshman of the Year for the All-State team. We have Addison McCarcher and Carly Banks tipping off, and Sandpoint gets it with Brecken Meyer getting a hold of it. Then to Tomko on the right, back up top to Meyer, excuse me. Meyer tries to do a quick little lob pass to Tomko, but it's a little too high. Looks like it's going to be tipped off from Lewiston, though. It's going to be Sandpoint's ball. We have Knowles inbounding. Sees Banks. Now Meyer with the ball, then Banks. Banks drives in, but good defense from Lewiston.
Yeah, there's 5 seconds on the play clock right there. Kind of an awkward landing for Sandpoint, but a foul was before that. Looked like that was going to be a travel.
We have Meyer inbounding. And Banks with the 2 points off the inbound play.
Yeah, it looked like there's some miscommunication from Delic and McCarcher, and a Sandpoint player found herself wide open in the paint for an easy 2. Sandpoint's first score of the game.
And there's a fight for the ball. It's going to be a jump ball. It's going to be Lewiston's ball from the jump.
Yeah, Latham kind of surprised to find herself that wide open in the hoop, kind of threw her off guard, missed that lay-in.
Latham inbounding, sees Delic. Delic loses her balance, saves it though, and sees Albright. Albright looks to drive in, sees Van Treese under the basket. Van Treese with a shot, no good. Meyer with the rebound. Meyer takes the ball down the court, looks ahead of Banks. Banks with the long 3, and it's good!
Yeah, it looks like the Bengals are going to have to look out for that perimeter shot. Pretty good looking shot there and able to connect.
Latham drives in, passes back out to Delic. Delic with the shot, and it's also got a great response from Lewiston.
Yeah, Delic with a great job to kind of swing the momentum back to the Bengals very early in this game. It's very important who gets this early momentum.
Richardson with the ball. Sees Tomko. Tomko drives in. Looks like Albright blocked her, though. It's going to be a foul on Albright.
And a pretty fast-paced game. I know the Bengals have kind of struggled with this, with their transition offense, but they've been doing a pretty good job here with these fast-paced offensive possessions.
Also could be a little difficult. They just came from 3 games for the Avista tournament, 3 days in a row, and then maybe 1 practice yesterday, and then now this game against Sandpoint.
Yeah, definitely a quick turnaround for sure, but in the other side, they have just gotten more experience there, and they're probably a lot less rusty than the Sandpoint Bulldogs are. I don't know how many games they've had during break.
During the Avista tournament, each of the Bengals games, except for 1, I think, against Pendleton, were pretty close, too. So they're against some really good competition, and which really allowed them to only get better over break. Delic with the ball, sees DeGroot. Delic goes for the shot, but
jump ball is called there. And another thing we're going to have to look out is DeGroot and McCarcher being on the court at the same time. They're a big force to be reckoned with when both of them are in the paint. Sandpoint so far doing a good job of eliminating these 2 from the game.
It's going to be a foul on Latham.
Yeah, already with the Bengals' 3rd team foul. Again, a new rule this year is that it is just 5 team fouls per quarter, and the other team is going to be in the double bonus for the rest of the quarter.
Meyer with the ball. A good screen from Banks. Meyer hands it off to Tomko. Tomko to Richardson. And a good read from McCarcher to tip that ball out.
So yeah, even if she doesn't make an impact on the inside, she's going to go to the perimeter, poke that ball free. Great versatility from McCarcher there.
Banks hands it off to Meyer, then to Richardson. Richardson dribbles back up top, sees Banks on the right side. Banks with some good ball moving, drives in, and the shot's no good. McArcher with the quick save to Albright. Albright to DeGroot. DeGroot back to Albright. Albright with the shot, and an easy 2 for Albright.
Yeah, great pass by DeGroot, able to find Albright in, and great vision by Albright, able to get herself to the basket for an easy left-handed.
Meyer sees Driggs, then to Banks. Meyer is able to pick it up. Looks for a move, but passes it back out to Driggs, then to Tomko. All the way on the right to Banks. Banks goes up with the shot's no good. Meyer gets the offensive rebound and the 2 points. Now Delic with the ball for Lewiston. Looks like it bounced off of one person's foot and went to Van Treese. Now McArcher with the shot, also no good. Good effort from Albright trying to keep that ball in, but it's no use. It's going to go out of bounds, and it's going to be Sandpoint's ball.
Yeah, Sandpoint doing a good job on both sides of the court, able to get a second chance opportunity offensively and getting a stop on defense. Very close game, but it seems like Sandpoint has some momentum going on for them.
And Tomko's fouled on her drive to the basket. It's going to be on the ground. Fouls on 12 of Lewiston. McArcher.
Yeah, and that's the Bengals' 14th foul. One more foul. Sandpoint's going to be in the bonus as the miscommunication pass by Sandpoint ends up staying in their possession and a missed lay-in. Another offensive possession.
Meyer with the offensive rebound and another 2 points. It's really important that Lewiston starts boxing out Meyer. She's gotten 2 offensive rebounds in a row. And
for the Bengals, especially in that Avista tournament, Bengals able to do a great job with that offensive rebound, getting a lot more second chance opportunities as Albright goes in, misses the 2, tries to get her own rebound, and she does.
Some great work from Albright. She's able to get fouled on the shot, and she's going to be at the line for 2. Fouls on 13, Meyer. Nope, my bad. Yeah, Meyer. We have 2 Meyers on the roster for Sandpoint. Albright's first one is up, and it's short. Misses everything.
And apologies, we're still trying to get some kinks out in this stream. No score bug, but we do have a shot of the scoreboard from one of our cameras. Thank you for all of your viewership. And while you're watching this on the LHS Bengals YouTube channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button. And while you're there, go ahead and give us a like. It really supports us.
And we have DeGroot with the rebound off of Meyer's shot. DeGroot passes back out to Albright. Albright drives in. Dives on the ball. Delic gets a hold of it. Doug looks into side of Albright, then back out to Van Treese. Van Treese with the shot. It's no good.
A thing I have seen is that Lewiston's offense is looking pretty good before that shot goes off. Pretty good offensive movement. And they have been getting quite a few offensive rebounds. Not as much as Sandpoint. They've just had great opportunities, just haven't been able to capitalize.
They've also been very aware of the Sandpoint's defense so far. DeGroot had to drive down the court, realized that there's too many defenders for her to handle, and pass it back out to Albright. Tomko with the ball, looks inside to Banks. Back out to LeBurn. Shot's no good, and Van Treese with the rebound, looks ahead at Albright. Then all the way across to DeGroot. DeGroot sees Delic. And a foul's called. Foul's gonna be number 2, Driggs, for Sandpoint. Delic inbounds to Albright. And a good read from Tomko of Sandpoint. She drives in, a good move, and the 2 points.
Yeah, great job by Tomko there, able to get that Euro step in and out, and then in the lay-in for 2.
Van Treese with the ball. Sees DeGroot on the left side. DeGroot goes to the shot. It's no good. Looks like it's going to be a foul on foul on Albright.
That's going to be Albright's second, and that's going to send Sandpoint to the line, shooting double bonus. 2 minutes, 8 seconds left in this first.
We have LeBurn at the line for Sandpoint.
See a replay of that foul. Albright, a very aggressive defender, but that's going to put her as her second personal, so she's going to take a seat. In for Albright is going to be Emery McArcher.
Her first one was good, and her second one's up. Also good. 2 for 2. McArcher with the ball. And a good press by Sandpoint, and Banks gets the 2 points off of a steal from McArcher. Smart timeout from Lewiston there, trying to figure out a game plan for that press that we saw from Sandpoint.
So it's going to be a 30-second timeout. We're just going to keep it here with them. So Lewiston, with that first look of Sandpoint's press, kind of scared him a little bit. A little transition points for Sandpoint. Head coach Julie Fisher is going to take a timeout, discuss a press break with that Lewiston offense. Find themselves down 10. They've really been keeping with them in this first half of that first quarter. Sandpoint kind of getting away with them at the end of this first. Still got a ton of basketball to be left played as DeGroot and McArcher getting talked to by the assistant coach. Still haven't made quite a big impact yet in this first quarter, but that could change as Lewiston is set to break this Sandpoint press.
McArcher inbounding it. And again a good press from Sandpoint. And there's going to be a 5-second violation. It's definitely not what you want to see, especially after a timeout. And the discussion that timeout was probably specifically for that press break.
Yeah, and Sandpoint was just a man-to-man press. Just doing a great job on defense. That denied defense, not allowing that ball to get in.
Meyer with the ball. Sees Driggs up top, then to Tomko. On the right to LeBurn. Up top to Meyer. Meyer with the quick shot. It's no good. LeBurn with the rebound, looks up top to Tomko. Tomko passes to Meyer, then in the corner to Banks. Banks with the shot. It's no good. It's going to be Lewiston's ball. We have a quick sub. Avery Bomber coming in for Bay Delic.
Yeah, Sandpoint with another offensive rebound. That time not able to capitalize there. But yeah, Sandpoint continues to dominate on offense as McArcher gets that board.
Now DeGroot with the ball. They have a lot more success breaking the Sandpoint's press this time. Now McArcher. McArcher looks inside to DeGroot. DeGroot with the shot. It's no good. Driggs with the rebound. She passes it to Meyer. Meyer looks ahead, and Tomko's wide open for the 2 points. That's really just some poor awareness for Lewiston's defense there, not realizing that Tomko slipped behind them.
Yeah, I'm going to bring up the Vista tournament one more time. But yeah, another struggle I saw on Lewiston is not being able to get back on defense. And a lot of fast break points have been given up by that Bengal defense.
Sort of makes me wonder if she wouldn't have slipped by, if Brianna Albright may still have been on the court. When she was on the court, yes, she drew 2 fouls on her own in the first quarter, but she was definitely a hard worker there and went for every ball.
Yeah, Brianna Albright definitely a big hustler on defense as Taylor Holman checks in the game, and she has had a pretty big impact off this bench. Sometimes she doesn't get the most playing time, but she definitely makes the best of her minutes, making big impacts in the clutch moments.
Van Treese inbounding under the basket. And again, some good defense. She sees DeGroot, though. Pretty difficult pass there. DeGroot goes in for the 2, and it's good.
Yeah, that'll be DeGroot's first points. Maybe that's kind of the momentum she needs to kind of find her way in that paint.
LeBurn with the ball, hands it off to Meyer. Some good communication. Now it's back to LeBurn.
Yeah, 4 seconds between the shot clock and game clock.
She looks inside. And it looks like that was Tomko with the 2 points.
Yeah, just a great job of finding a gap in that Bengal defense. There were 2 defenders in the paint, and still able to get a pretty wide, uncontested shot for that lay-in.
Fouls on number 4 of Sandpoint, Tomko.
6.4 seconds left, enough to run a pretty good play for Lewiston, get a good shot this end of this first quarter. And it looks like it's going to be inbounded on the sideline instead of the baseline.
We have DeGroot inbounding it for Lewiston. DeGroot, a lob pass to Van Treese. Van Treese looks to Bomber, then inside to DeGroot. DeGroot with the 2. It's no good.
Kind of looked like there was a little bit of foul there, or maybe DeGroot sold it a little bit, but otherwise, the refs are going to let them play. Can't really complain about that. I do like that. So it is a 12-point game. Sandpoint fighting themselves up in this first quarter. Second quarter underway. Another big thank you to the Lewiston IT just being able to cooperate with us. And another big thank you to this media team. Big thank you to Nez Perce Tribe donating money to have us have our intercom system able to communicate with the people behind the scenes. And thank you for letting this stream be possible. Thank you for all the viewers supporting us as we try to get this thing perfected. So the buzzer sounds. This is going to be the start of the second quarter. Lewiston down 12. 8 minutes to go in this half as Lewiston is going to break the huddle. Sandpoint still in theirs. Refs giving them a little warning there.
For Lewiston, we now see Kessinger and Albright. Albright's back on the court after a little bit of foul trouble in the first quarter.
Yeah, Albright's definitely going to have to be careful here in the second quarter. With one more foul, I could definitely see her sitting the rest of this half.
Richardson passes it to Meyer. Meyer looks for the shot, and it's good. An easy banker for her. Albright with the ball.
Yeah,
looks ahead to Kessinger.
Sandpoint's just kind of taking what the defense is giving them, just finding open shots wherever they are, and Sandpoint's able to knock them down.
They are improvising really well, and that is some trouble that Lewiston had during the Avista tournament. They would sort of force the play, even though it may not have worked every time, or maybe Richland's defense may have covered it.
Yeah, and I know in those design plays, you have your first option, second option, third option, fourth option, and I feel like they've just kind of been forcing that first option and not really looking at their others.
Van Treese with the ball, sees Holman. And some good defense from Sandpoint. Banks picks it up. Banks sees Tomko. Tomko with the shot. It's just long, and DeGroot with the rebound. Looks ahead to Albright. Van Treese called for the ball. Looks like she was open, but Albright didn't see her. Albright sees Kessinger. Kessinger then to Van Treese. And some good defense from Sandpoint again. Banks gets a hold of it. Van Treese falls into the chair of Sandpoint's bench. Richardson in the corner. She goes to the shot.
Yeah, Sandpoint's defense has just looked really solid here, especially in that last half of the first and coming into that second quarter. They have not let up many points as holding Lewiston to single digits. And looks like Lewiston called a timeout there. And that is going to be a full timeout. So we're going to take it with them. 6 minutes, 38 seconds left in this second quarter. And we are back. It is the Lewiston Bengals against the Sandpoint Bulldogs for some Lady Bengal action. 6:38 to go in this second quarter.
Richardson is going to be on the line. This is her first time at the line for the game. And her first one's up. It's no good. Her second one's up, and it's a little long. DeGroot with the easy rebound.
Yeah, if the Bengals want to come back in this game, they really need to utilize their bigs in the paint and really just get some movement going on in this offense.
Albright with the ball now. Looks inside to DeGroot. DeGroot can't keep a hold of it. Albright picks it up. Holman now.
I mean, easier said than done. I mentioned trying to get into the paint, but this interior defense by Sandpoint is very fiery. Good denied defense in the paint, guarding DeGroot, and another turnover for the Bengals. Maybe it's not so much that Bengal offense, but it is the Sandpoint defense getting stops.
We see number 24 of Sandpoint, Banks, be really effective guarding DeGroot down at the post, so then she's also really effective in their offense.
Yeah, especially when DeGroot and McArcher aren't on the court at the same time. It's a little bit easier to contain one than two explosive players.
We have Richardson inbounding it for Sandpoint. Sees Meyer. Meyer's calling out play, it looks like. See a little bit of confusion from Tomko. Meyer sees Banks. Banks then sees Tomko. Tomko sees Richardson. Then all the way over to Meyer. Meyer with the open three. It's no good. And we have Albright with the rebound. Sees Delic. Delic goes to the quick drive. And it's no good. Richardson blocks it. And now we have a timeout from Sandpoint.
Yeah, I wish I would have kept track on how long this Lewiston offense has been on a drought. A lot of turnovers and just a lot of stops on this Sandpoint defense. And Sandpoint's going to call a timeout, kind of talk things over, and that'll give Lewiston a chance to fix some things. And yeah, this Lewiston offense is just kind of at a standstill. Sandpoint giving them absolutely nothing as McArcher's going to check in.
We see Lewiston go for the fast break, but Sandpoint's defense has been really effective on getting back quickly and getting their defenders back. So that fast break, it really goes nowhere. But then when they slow it down and sort of set up an offense, we have Banks in the paint, and she's so effective down there guarding either DeGroot or McArcher that Lewiston has trouble then too. Richardson with the ball now, looks up top to Banks, then to Meyer. Some quick passing, Meyer with the shot. And she gets fouled. Fouls on 12, Lewiston. McArcher.
And that's McArcher's second. Team foul number 2 here in this second quarter. 5:24 left in this first half.
Meyer's first one's up, and it's good. This is her first time at the line. And her second one's up. It's no good. McArcher with the rebound, sees Albright.
Yeah, and Albright's a
Then to
player that's
Lathan.
going to want to speed up the game and get some transition offense. But I don't know if that's the motto of this Lewiston Bengal team. Looks like it's a push on Sandpoint. Foul's going to be on number 2, Demi Driggs. And she's going to take a seat with 2 personal fouls.
Lathan under the basket to inbound. Quick lob pass to McArcher. McArcher goes for the shot. It's no good. Richardson with the rebound for Sandpoint. Richardson sees Banks on the left, then all the way across to Meyer. Meyer then to Leyburn. Up top to Banks. Banks goes for the jump. It's no good. Albright now with it. Looks inside to McArcher. McArcher with the 2.
And Bengals finally breaking their scoring drought, and a foul is going to be called on Lathan. She's not liking that. But yeah, McArcher able to break the drought of that Bengal offense, maybe getting some momentum there. As DeGroot is going to check in for Kessinger. So is Van Treese. And Latham's going to take a seat with 3 personal fouls here in this first half.
Now Meyer with the ball for Sandpoint, taking it down the court. Sees Banks on the left. Then inside to Tomko, back to Banks. Banks with the shot, and it's good. The three-pointer's good for Banks.
Yeah, Banks really an all-around player. Great interior defense and able to shoot the three on offense. That's pretty rare.
It's really rare, especially for this level. McArcher with the shot. It's no good. And Meyer with the rebound.
That was a great post move by McArcher, just unable to finish that.
Meyer goes to the shot, and it's good. Delic now with the ball.
This Sandpoint offense really carrying this game, and it's kind of getting unreachable by the Bengals, but DeGroot able to match their points on offense, and the Bengals still alive.
Meyer with the ball, looks right to Banks, then to Richardson. Now Banks with another three. It's no good. I think she was a little long on that three. Albright now sees Delic. Delic all the way across to DeGroot. DeGroot with the shot. It's no good. And it looks like Driggs gets the rebound and passes it to now Banks. And it's tipped off from Lewiston.
Yeah, you could see in that last offensive possession by Sandpoint, Delic really guarding that perimeter when Banks has the ball, really respecting that three ball.
We have Knowles coming in for Richardson. Knowles now inbounding, sees Meyer. Meyer to the left. Then in the corner to Banks. Banks goes for the shot. It's no good, and Albright gets the rebound. Looks ahead to Delic. Now to DeGroot, then in the court to Van Treese. And a double dribble is going to be called. That's definitely an unforced error that you don't want to see.
Yeah, especially in an area that you can definitely control is those turnovers. That wasn't really Sandpoint's defense. It was a struggle on the Lewiston offense.
Meyer sees Banks, then on the right to Knowles, inside to Leyburn. Back to Knowles, up top to Banks. On the left to Meyer. Meyer with the shot. It's no good. And we have McArcher with the rebound. Now Van Treese with the ball. Van Treese goes to the two, and she gets fouled.
Yeah, no numbers there for the Bengals, but Van Treese still deciding to take that transition, and she's able to capitalize on that. Ended out to be a good decision for Van Treese.
The foul's on 24. Banks. Van Treese is at the line for the first time tonight. First one's up, and it's no good. So far, we have seen couple opportunities from Lewiston on offense, but I just don't think their shooting has been super accurate tonight. There's been a couple easy layups that they've missed.
And I think this team is really built off of momentum. Once they can get that momentum started, it's pretty hard to slow them down, as Van Treese is going to miss that second free throw, but it is going to stay in possession with Lewiston. Yeah, they just need to get a really good offensive play going, and they're just going to build off that.
DeGroot inbounding, sees Van Treese. Then to Delic. Now McArcher, then in the corner to DeGroot. DeGroot with the shot. It's no good. And Banks with the rebound.
Yeah, that was another good look for that Bengal offense. Let's just still haven't found their groove, as maybe that's a little momentum shift, as Delic is going to take that charge. Offensive foul is always a big momentum shift, no matter what the score is. 3 team fouls for each team. Lewiston 11, Sandpoint 27, 2 minutes 15 seconds left in this first half.
Lewiston is definitely a lot more control regarding fouls compared to the first quarter. Albright with the ball now. Albright with some good ball handling. Sees Delic. Delic drives in, sees Van Treese. Van Treese with the shot. It's no good, and Albright with the rebound. Sees McArcher. Then to Delic. Delic with the three. No good. And Albright almost gets another offensive rebound, but she can't keep a hold of it. Falls over in the process. It's going to be Sandpoint's ball.
Yeah, Albright kind of nimble on that right knee. She probably fell down a little hard when she grabbed that offensive rebound, showing her hustle there. No doubt about that hustle from Albright.
Richardson with the ball, and a travel's called.
So Bengals coming of back-to-back stops from this Sandpoint offense and getting a couple scores on offense for the Bengals. Getting some traction here at the end of this second quarter.
This streak from them could also be a change of pace that Sandpoint isn't ready for, especially seen with Richardson traveling just then with that unforced error. Van Treese with the ball, sees Delic. Then the left to Albright. Inside to DeGroot. DeGroot with the shot. Just gets air.
And this great interior defense by the Sandpoint is continuing, just kind of putting DeGroot and MacArthur out of this game as MacArthur gets a defensive rebound.
DeGroot with the ball, goes for the three, and hits nothing again.
Yeah, DeGroot just trying to find something on offense, trying to get as little momentum as she can, but she's just coming up short.
She's going for the shot, but you also can't force it into something that won't be there.
And a good hard foul by Delich is gonna send Driggs to the line to shoot 2.
This is her first time at the line.
4 team fouls for the Bengals, but looks like that's not gonna be a factor with just 50 seconds left.
Her first one's up and it's no good. Her second one's now up, and it's good. Van Treese with the ball. Almost slips through her finger. She gets a hold of it. Now DeGroot. DeGroot goes in, goes to the shot again, and hits nothing. That's 3 air balls in a row now for DeGroot.
Yeah, DeGroot just kind of forcing shots here. I can see she's trying to get some offense for the Bengals, trying to get some momentum, but maybe pass the ball around a little more, get some open spaces, find some gaps in that Sandpoint defense. As hard as that may be, I think that's the move for the Bengals.
Enough movement on offense can unbalance Sandpoint's defense. Richardson with the 2 points. Delic now with the ball. We have 15 seconds left. And Delic sees Van Treese. Van Treese drives in, goes to the 2. It's no good, and Meyer with the rebound. She goes for the long shot. It's no good.
Sandpoint bench wanting a foul there, but they're gonna wave it off. And so it's gonna be Lewiston 11, Sandpoint 30 heading into halftime. We got some highlight reels for you from this first half. It has been all Sandpoint, both offensively and defensively. And this first half, is in the books. And we are ready for this replay heading into halftime. Bengals have quite a bit to talk about. Yeah, kind of struggles on both sides. Sandpoint press is kind of been effective there. Lewiston getting a couple press breaks though. And that Sandpoint interior defense is just something else. They've gotten a ton of stops there. DeGroot trying to take the game over, but maybe tonight's just not her night. She's been forcing quite a bit of shots, but we are gonna take it in to halftime, and we're gonna see you at the start of this third quarter. And we are back in Lewiston. Sorry about that highlight film not working. We're just gonna give it to you right now. It has been all Sandpoint here in this first half. So I'm assuming most of these highlights are gonna be about Sandpoint. But yeah, we're gonna get these highlights rolling for you before this third quarter gets underway. So early in this first quarter, DeGroot and McArcher looked like they were going to have a pretty solid impact, but this Sandpoint defense really had a good stand as Van Treese showing great hustle there, flying into those chairs, and McArcher able to get some good buckets there. But this Sandpoint offense was electric, lights out from three, as DeGroot able to get a bucket there. Lots of offensive boards for the Bengals. That has been one of their lights in for them. But this Sandpoint offense just electric here. Able to get quite a few stops on defense and turning those into points on offense is Sandpoint. And we are gonna get ready here to go in this third quarter.
I'm excited to see how that halftime talk for the Bengals may have changed their game plan. I think in the first half they're just rushing a little bit, not really setting anything up.
All right, here we go. So we're going to start this third quarter with Van Treese taking the ball out of bounds. 11:30 here. Sandpoint with a big controlling lead. We're going to see how the Bengals respond.
Lathan now with the ball. Sees Albright. Now on the right to Van Treese. Inside to McArcher. McArcher with the shot. It's no good. And Banks with another rebound. She's a very versatile player. Now Richardson inside to Banks. Banks with the shot. And it's no good. McArcher with the rebound. Sees Lathan.
Pretty good looks on both sides for both the Bengals and the Bulldogs, just unable to connect.
Albright now on the left to Van Treese. Up top to Delic. Delic looks inside. That really wasn't a very smart pass.
Yeah, I'd like to see the ball getting moved around the perimeter a little more before you get inside, as Sandpoint was able to do there.
Banks now. And a good tip, and Van Treese gets a hold of it, slows down a little bit, realizes she doesn't have much help, now sees Delic. Delic up top to Lathan. Lathan goes in. Now back out to Albright, and Albright with the three, and it's just short. Gets her own rebound. Gets the 2 points from it.
Yeah, it was a great reaction by Albright. Realized her shot was short, and she was able to get her own board and score in for two.
Richardson now with the ball. Sees Banks. Up top to Richardson. A little bit of communication going on. Richardson passes it to Mars now. And Banks gets it now. Banks with the shot. He's short. And Delic with the rebound. Delic looks ahead to Van Treese. Now Lathan. And Lathan steps out of bounds while trying to dribble under the basket.
Yeah, Banks over there on that offensive possession. She's a great shooter. She thought that was a good shot there. And it looks like that team is okay with taking that shot. She's been able to make it in that first half.
Mirror now with the ball. Meyer sees Banks. Looks like it hits off of Albright's face, but Banks gets a hold of it. Now Driggs, back to Banks. Now Meyer. Meyer goes to the shot. She saw an open lane, she took it, got fouled in the process.
Yeah, it was a great job by Meyer. She thought about that three, but realized she had an open lane to the hoop, and when she went up, she got fouled, so she's going to go on the line to shoot two.
That was on Delic for Lewiston. This is Meyer's second time at the line. She's 50% at the line so far. Her first one's up, and it's no good. Second one's up. And it's good. She's going to keep that 50% at the line. Lathan now with the ball. Lathan pops back out to Albright. And some bad dribbling led to Sandpoint tipping it out. It's going to be Delic on the sideline inbounding.
Yeah, the Bengals really can't do much against this Sandpoint offense as Albright gets a pretty wide open lane, kicks it out to DeGroot. DeGroot's going to drive in. Hook shot is up and no good. Tipped by McArcher, and Lathan's going to come with that offensive board.
And again, some great defense from Sandpoint. As soon as Lathan picked up her dribble, we saw 2 girls on her. Delic now inbounding.
And it looks like Delic stepped inbounds maybe. And it is going to be Sandpoint's ball.
Meyer now with the ball. Meyer taking her time getting down the court. Really no rush for Sandpoint right now. Hands it off to Banks. Now to LeBurn. Back to Banks on the right. And it's tipped off by Lathan. Lathan with the quick drive towards the basket, and it's going to be a foul.
Yeah, great hands by Latham there. And she's going to take it herself. She drives in, and she's going to be fouled. First team foul for Sandpoint.
Foul's on number 2, Driggs. And we have Tomko subbing in for her, and Driggs is going to take a seat.
Yeah, she has 3 personal fouls, so she's going to have to be careful the rest of this game.
Delic now with the ball, goes for the 3. It's no good. And we have Albright with the rebound and the shot, also no good. Albright's gotten many offensive rebounds this game.
Yeah, and it's not like she's the biggest player on the court. She's just the most fiery. She wants it more, and she's getting the most rebounds.
Lathan inbounding it. Sees McArcher after some fight for the ball. McArcher gets the 2 points on the shot. Meyer now with the ball. Meyer sees Banks. Now to Tomko. And then Richardson in the corner. Inside to Tomko. Tomko with the 2 points. Lathan now with the ball.
Yeah, the Bengals did a good job of stopping Sandpoint for a little while there. Sandpoint able to score as Latham gets a wide open left-handed layup, and that's going to be good. So Bengals getting a little bit of offensive momentum here.
Meyer now with the ball. Sees Banks on the left. Banks now to Richardson, then to Tomko. Tomko drives in, goes to the shot, and it's good. Great response from Sandpoint. Lathan with ball, looks ahead to DeGroot. DeGroot goes for the shot.
Yeah, the thing about Sandpoint is they don't let themselves get on the run on the opposite side. If the Bengals score on offense, then Sandpoint's going to go right back with some offense of their own, and same is going to go for defense for them, and that's why they've had this commanding lead.
Foul's on number 4, Tomko. DeGroot's going to be at the line for the first time tonight. Her first one's up, and it's good. Her second one's now up, and it's just short. McArcher gets a rebound now. Albright with the 3, and it's good!
Yeah, Brianna Albright finally getting some offense for them. They've been looking good on defense there. And she's finally going to get some offensive momentum as she tips the ball, and she's making some impact here in this third quarter. Skips it over to Delic. Delic looking for a transition offense and fight for the ball inside. It'll be Sandpoint's ball.
Now Richardson looks ahead to Banks. Banks goes to the shot after a good move, and she gets the 2.
Yeah, Banks, like I said, just a very versatile player, able to have good interior defense, good post move there, as you can see, very intimidating in the paint, and she can also shoot the 3 ball, very important to have. And so Lewiston is going to take a full timeout. We're going to take it with them with 3:02 left in this third quarter. Sandpoint was still a commanding lead. And we are back after that Bengal timeout.
It's really important that Lewiston keeps up that momentum from Albright's three and that they don't let that timeout halt this momentum that they have.
Yeah, shout out to that Bengal band. They're pretty loud there. We can barely even talk over them. As Sandpoint's going to get a full court press. Latham looking to break it. And it looks like she will.
Some good ball handling from Latham. Now Albright. Albright looks for the shot, and it's good, and one.
Yeah, Albright really coming alive offensively in this third quarter. She's had a very big impact on defense in the first half, and here in the second half, it looks like she's turning more offensively.
Fouls on number 12, Richardson. Albright's going to be at the line for the second time tonight. She's 0 for 2. And her only one's up, and it's good.
Yeah, the Bengals kind of looked out of it here, especially to start this second half, but they just find themselves down 13. They are still very much in this game.
Banks sees Meyer. Now to Richardson, then in the left to Banks. All the way across to Meyer. Now Richardson. Up top to Banks, now Meyer. Meyer with the three. It's no good. DeGroot with the rebound. Sees Albright. Albright looks inside, but the pass is a little too inaccurate for McArcher to get a hold of it.
Yeah, it was good vision by Albright there. You can see exactly where she was looking at, just unable to deliver that pass to McArcher.
Richardson now with the ball. Looks to the left of Banks. Banks with the long three, and it's no good.
Yeah, maybe when they're just up by 13, maybe you don't want to take that deep of a shot. And we know how good of a three-point shooter Banks is, but maybe you want to get a little more high percentage shot if you're Sandpoint. Lewiston able to get another defensive stop, and they have another chance to shorten this lead that Sandpoint has created.
Latham now with the ball, and she passes it right to Richardson of Sandpoint. Sandpoint, or Richardson sees Meyer. Meyer with an easy 2 points. Van Treese now with the ball.
Yeah, Latham, the freshman there, maybe a little lack of experience as Sandpoint gets the ball there, and she's just going to take it herself, and she kind of loses control. Good defense by Latham there.
Fouls on number 3, Leyburn. Albright's third time at the line. She's 33%.
And Albright, the only Bengal in double digits. That's going to be her 11th point here in this third quarter. Still a lot of basketball to be played. Just down 14.
Her second one's up, and it's good. She's going to leave the line at 60%. Meyer now with the ball.
It's really big for the Bengals to come up with defensive stops. And as a careless pass goes from Sandpoint into Reese DeGroot's hands, another stop is for the Bengals.
This is really the perfect opportunity for Lewiston. DeGroot takes that opportunity and gets 2 points on the board.
Only 11-point game here, under a minute left in this third quarter.
Banks now with the ball, looks inside to Tomko. And she gets fouled, it's gonna be on the ground. Fouls on DeGroot of Lewiston. We have a sub for Sandpoint. Richardson taking a seat, and Driggs taking her place on the court. Meyer inbounding under the basket. Sees Knowles. Now Banks back to Knowles. Now Banks. All the way across to Meyer. Some good defense from Lewiston. Meyer inside to Tomko. And a block by McArcher.
Yeah, great interior defense by McArcher. Sandpoint kind of owning that interior defense title as McArcher's able to get that block, getting it over to Reese DeGroot, and DeGroot with back-to-back points here on offense.
Meyer now to Driggs, then to Tomko. Tomko with the shot, it's no good. It's gonna be a jump ball after both Tomko and DeGroot.
Yeah, DeGroot's really starting to get a feel in this third quarter, getting stops on defense and turning that into offense. She's really doing a great job of not letting that frustration get in the best of her and turning it into a positive. Only a 9-point game here, 2 seconds left in this third quarter.
Meyer now inbounding, sees Driggs, and it looks like time's gonna run out with no shot up.
So Lewiston with a very solid third quarter, especially in that last half of the third quarter, just find themselves down 9, has done a great job of just inching their way back into this game. Not really making too big of plays, just like I said, just inching their way forward and shrinking that lead one possession at a time. That's gonna take us into the fourth quarter. Lewiston 30, Sandpoint 39. As you can see, we're getting that shot of that Bengal band, and we're gonna see you at the start of the fourth quarter. And we are back at the start of the fourth quarter here in Lewiston. It is the Lewiston Bengals against the Sandpoint Bulldogs. Some lady varsity basketball here. It's gonna start with Brianna Albright taking the ball out of bounds for Lewiston. Latham's gonna be the point guard. Heading into the fourth quarter, Lewiston find themselves down by 9.
Lathan now with the ball. Some great ball handling. Looks inside to Albright. Albright with the layup, and it's good.
Yeah, great vision by Lathan there, able to dish it over to Albright. Albright with a good backdoor cut, good reverse lay-in, and that's going to shrink the Sandpoint lead even more as McArcher gets a stop on defense. And here comes the Groot. Left-handed lay-in is no good. Rebounded by Van Treese. Van Treese getting a second chance opportunity, cutting the lead to 5 here. And just in 30 seconds, the Bengals scoring 4, and that's gonna force Sandpoint to call a timeout there. 30-second timeout here in Lewiston. Great comeback by the Bengals here as this crowd is coming alive, especially this band.
It really shows how much of an impact DeGroot has on this team. As soon as she had a shift in her momentum, the entire team had a major shift, and we see them making points back-to-back now.
So Lewiston breaking their huddle there. Sandpoint still in the huddle, really talking things over, not wanting to give up this lead that Sandpoint has had all game. And Lewiston coming back when it matters the most. I guess that's all you need.
Better late than never.
So the leading scorer is going to be Brianna Albright for the Bengals with 14. And as for the Sandpoint, a couple players in double digits, number 24, 13, and 4. So 3 Sandpoint Bulldogs in double digits.
We have seen Lewiston come back from being down on the scoreboard. We saw it against Richland, and then they came out and won that game.
Bengals definitely a fourth quarter team, coming back when it matters the most.
Tomko with the ball. Now Meyer with the 3, and it's good.
Bangerang!
Albright now with the ball. Albright sees DeGroot. DeGroot, now to McArcher. And Tomko gets a hold of it of Sandpoint. Now Meyer with the ball. Hands it off to Banks. Now Tomko. Tomko with the shot. It's blocked by McArcher. And now Driggs with the 3. And it's good!
And here comes Van Treese. Sandpoint with back-to-back 3s here, really coming alive in this fourth quarter.
Banks now with the ball. Now inside to Tomko. Tomko with the shot. She gets fouled.
I think that was a travel there.
Oh, a travel. My
Yeah,
bad.
well, it was a whistle right there as contact was there. I guess it was a travel before that foul because there definitely was a foul there. So Sandpoint extends their lead to 11. 6:03 left in this ball game. As Albright with a little shifty move there, hitting it off the back of a Sandpoint player. She's going to dish it over to McArcher inside to DeGroot. DeGroot with a nice post move, able to lay it in for two, but she is off there, rebounded by Sandpoint.
Banks now with the ball, sees Richardson in the corner. All the way across to Meyer. Up top to Banks. Now Richardson again. Richardson drives in. Trips in the process of the pass, but Van Trees gets a hold of it. Now Albright. It's going to be a foul on the ground.
And a lot of the student section left at halftime. They didn't think the Bengals were going to come back, but Bengals definitely making their case for fans to stay in as they just find themselves down 11 with 5.5 minutes left to go. Very doable for the Bengals as Taylor Holman's going to sub in for Reese DeGroot.
And as you said, Lewiston is definitely a fourth quarter team. They bring it all out onto the court in that fourth quarter. Albright now with the ball. Looks inside of McArcher. There was about 2 girls guarding McArcher there, so I don't know if that was the smartest decision for Albright to make.
Yeah, when Sandpoint also turning it up on defense, kind of really let it go here in that third quarter, but they're turning it up in the fourth as that lead kind of shrinks for Sandpoint.
LeBurn with the ball. Sees Banks now inside to Driggs. LeBurn with the 3, and it's off. Hits nothing. Tomko saves it right to Albright. Now Van Trees. All the way across to Holman. Holman with the shot. It's no good. Holman with the offensive rebound, the shot. Again, no good. And now Meyer gets the rebound.
And if Van Treese's look was right on the money, that would have been an easy 2 for Holman. But Holman had to adjust herself, and that kind of took her off balance, allowing Sandpoint's defense to come in and help.
Driggs with the shot. It's blocked by 2 Lewiston girls, either Albright or McArcher. Albright now with the ball. She drives in, and it's blocked by Banks. A huge block from her.
Yeah, both interior defense really making an effect in this game on both sides. McArcher with quite a bit of blocks, kind of silent blocks, but they are still blocks. And Sandpoint has just been dominant in the interior this whole game.
Lathan now with the ball, sees Van Trees. And now DeGroot in the corner, DeGroot with the shot, and it's good!
Yeah, Reese DeGroot, I'm going back to this Avista tournament, and that last game for third place, she made some clutch threes here, and she's probably going to have to do this in this game as well.
Banks now with the ball, goes for the 3, and it's good. A great response from Banks. Back-to-back with DeGroot's 3.
Yeah, Banks also, as we've seen throughout this whole game, an excellent three-point shooter. That is Banks' 15th point. She's really coming alive as she's been this entire game. And Sandpoint with another stop on defense.
Banks now with the ball. Sees Driggs up top. Now Banks with another 3, and it's no good. Tomko gets the rebound. Banks gets the rebound. Banks with the 2 points.
Yeah, Banks definitely the leader of this squad with 17. As I said, I think this is my 3rd time saying this, but her presence in the paint on defense, able to score on offense with both 3s and 2s, quite a physical presence, and she's the reason why Sandpoint has had this lead, along with a bunch of solid players on this Sandpoint team. I'm thinking they're going to make a pretty deep run when it comes to the playoffs for the girls.
But Banks is such a special player because, as you're saying, she's just so versatile. She is everywhere on the court, and everywhere she is, she's super effective and a positive player for her team.
Yeah, so the Bengals had some very good hope here in this third quarter. Towards the end, just found themselves down 9, single digits, but Sandpoint able to answer with some 3s, and they've extended that lead. 3.5 minutes left in this fourth quarter. We'll see what the Bengals come up with. They're going to need some clutch 3s. maybe by Reese DeGroot. She's had a couple threes here. Albright with one. And Delich, she's been pretty quiet in this game, but she's also a really good three-point shooter. Lots of weapons here on this Bengal team on the court. But this Sandpoint team has stopped this offensive for the Bengals.
Albright inbounding. Sees Lathan. Lathan easily breaks the press, sees DeGroot. DeGroot drives in, hands it off to Kessinger. Kessinger with the shot. And it's no good. Meyer with the easy rebound for Sandpoint. Meyer now to Layburn. Up top to Meyer.
Bengals are going to need to stop here.
Now Layburn. Banks now. Layburn. Banks. Banks drives inside, goes to the shot. It's no good. Gets her own rebound, and the shot is good for two.
Yeah, that was good interior defense by Kessinger. Able to get big, get tall, and interrupt that shot. But another offensive rebound by Sandpoint, able to allow a second chance opportunity for two.
Delic now sees Albright inside to DeGroot. DeGroot. A good effort to try and make it their ball on the inbound.
Yeah, that was a crafty move by DeGroot. Trying to get it off the Sandpoint player. Not really sure what happened. Didn't have a great angle there. But it was out of bounds by DeGroot. It'll be Sandpoint ball.
Driggs inbounding.
And Lathan kind of selling that call there. She kind of flew herself back. Yeah, great kind of acting by Lathan there. It was a tiny push off. She made it look like a big one. But it'll be Bengal ball. DeGroot inbounding.
Now Albright. Now to Delic. We've seen this inbound play a couple times before. Albright sees McArcher. McArcher with the two. That was a great pass from Albright into McArcher.
Yeah, great pass. Like you said, great vision. Able to find McArcher. She didn't look like she was open, but the way she lobbed that pass, she had perfect touch on that, and McArcher able to lay it in for two.
Driggs now with the ball. Sees Meyer. Now Banks. Now Layburn. And it's picked up by Lewiston. Lathan gets a hold of the ball. And it's like she's looking for the foul on that one, but she doesn't get it. Goes off of bounds, or out of bounds.
Yeah, Lathan trying to take it herself. She's a very strong player, as Sandpoint is going to take a timeout. Lathan didn't have numbers there. She still decided to take it one-on-one. I do like that decision. So we're going to find out if it's a 30. It will be, so we're going to keep it here. Lewiston 39, Sandpoint 52. Sandpoint really coming alive in that fourth quarter. Let Lewiston come back in the third. But Sandpoint with another good lead. And see if Lewiston can find a couple threes here, trying to battle themselves back into this game. As Lewiston breaks the timeout, Sandpoint breaking it as well. 2 minutes left in this fourth quarter.
I think Sandpoint's pretty comfortable right now, but even when Lewiston was closing that gap in the score, they still handled the pressure pretty well.
Yeah, they didn't really have any sense of panic. Maybe a couple fast possessions, but definitely didn't look like they were worried at all. And a foul is going to be on the ground.
Foul's on number one, Lewiston, Delic. We have Meyer inbounding it under the basket. Meyer sees Banks. And a push is going to be called on DeGroot.
Yeah, if you're Sandpoint, you're fine with all these fouls that Lewiston is committing. All you want to do if you're Sandpoint is just waste this clock.
Meyer inbounding again. Sees Driggs, now to Banks up top. Now Meyer. Now Layburn on Banks on the left, a long three, and it's no good.
Yeah, I don't like that shot from
rebound.
Banks. How good of a free throw shooter she is. There's still 24 seconds left on that shot clock, and Albright is down. She was kind of had an awkward landing on that right knee. Maybe she re-injured that, and yeah, she looks like she's in pain. It is going to be her right leg.
That's definitely not something that you want to see, especially with an impactful player like Albright.
Yeah, and when the score is 39-52, the game isn't looking too bright for the Bengals. Maybe sit out a explosive player like her where you know she's going to put her body on the line no matter what the score is. But she's able to get up on her own feet, and she's able to jog, which is a very good sign if you're the Bengals.
Just for precautionary measures, though, if I was the coach, I would probably still take her out, have her take a seat on the bench, maybe ice it.
Yeah, for sure. There's no point of keeping her in this game. And you can tell she just wants to play every second that she can, really has a love for this game, and you can just see how the love is when she plays.
DeGroot with the strong pass to Delic. Delic now to Lathan. Lathan inside McArcher, wide open. 2 and 1 for McArcher.
11-point game there. Maybe if the Bengals don't come back in this game, it's just momentum to get into the next game. Maybe run some plays if you're the Bengals. Down 11 still, minute 30. Anything can happen. I've seen crazier. Bengals definitely going to need some threes here and a lot of stops on defense.
This is McArcher's first time at the line. Her first one's up, and it's good.
Man, McArcher able to make it a 10-point game. Bengals deciding to press. Gonna need some quick stops as Delic dives on the ground, gets a loose ball. Whistle blown, and it's gonna be a jump ball. Great hustle by Delic there. It'll stay Sandpoint ball.
Banks now inbounding. We see a press from Lewiston. We haven't seen this yet from them. Meyer with the ball.
And Delic with the intentional foul there, stopping the clock. Not in the bonus yet, just the third team foul. And that's going to be her fourth.
Banks now inbounding from the sideline, sees Meyer. And now Banks. Oh, and she goes
over and back. 10-point game. That was a great call by the ref there. Kind of hard to see there, but Bengals doing a great job to try and trap. That kind of brought the ball handle there, as you see that call there. Definitely a backcourt violation.
McArcher now on the inside, and the 2 and 1. Back-to-back for McArcher.
Yeah, McArcher really putting the game in her hands. That'll be her 11th, and she's been a very solid player here in this crunch time.
We see the coaches discussing with all 4 Lewiston players other than McArcher.
Yeah, Bengals definitely wanted this offensive board. Definitely want those 2 players in there. Big free throw coming up for McArcher.
McArcher's 1 and 1 on the line right now, 100%. And she's gonna now go 50% at the line. Meyer now with the ball.
Fast stop.
Now Banks. Now Burn. Tomko. Back up top to Banks. Now Meyer.
Long possession there. Can't afford to waste that much time if you're the Bengals. Finally a foul called there. And that is Delic's 5th. She's going to have to take a seat.
That was actually on Van Treese, not Delic there.
Excuse me. Yeah.
Banks now with the ball. Now Burn. And some good defense, but I think DeGroot's going to get the foul.
Yeah, great hustle there. 45 seconds left.
Delic's actually going to get the foul, and that's going to...
Yeah, that's going to be her 5th.
Yep. She has to come out of the game.
And Albright looks like she's going to check in. I
think there's a lot of confusion on who the foul actually should be on, but it's going to be on Delic's or on Delic.
And as you saw earlier in that 4th quarter, Albright down. Looked like she was in really bad pain, but she's going to check back into this game with 45 seconds left.
Layburn is 100% at the line right now. This is her 2nd time at the line. Now she's 66%. And now 75% after making that 2nd one. Albright looks ahead to Lathan. Lathan with the quick shot, and it's no good. And a fight for the rebound again.
And Albright again showing that aggression in the ball. She was not going to let go of that ball, no matter how many whistles were going to be blown.
DeGroot now with this sees Albright. Now Lathan. DeGroot with the three. And it's long. And a rebound by Tomko of Sandpoint sees Meyer.
Yeah, shot clock turned off, but Bengal's still not going to give up. They're going to give up a foul there. That's going to send Sandpoint to the line, yeah, with their 15th foul.
Looks like it's going to be Meyer at the line. This is her third time at the line. She's 50% right now.
Foul was called on number 21, Reese DeGroot. That's her fourth personal, but with just 22 seconds left, no one really worried about fouling out.
Meyer's first one is up and good. Her second one's up, and it's also good.
And timeout by Sandpoint, kind of an interesting decision there. But we are going to take a full timeout, so we're going to take it with them. Lewiston 44, Sandpoint 55. Looks like Sandpoint's going to come out with a win, and with just 22 seconds left, we're going to take it with them. So coming out of that Sandpoint timeout, Lewiston's going to have possession, and Van Treese is going to take the ball out of bounds. Sandpoint still deciding with the press, with the game fully in grasp. Kind of an interesting decision there.
May just be a practice point at this time. Banks now with the ball after the press is successful.
Good trap there. Not giving up.
Meyer now with the ball. And she's going to be fouled.
Yeah, Albright kind of with an unnecessary foul there. Talk about how great of a defender she is. Still never giving up. 5 seconds left. They could have just dribbled the ball out, but a couple of substitutions are going to come in for Sandpoint.
Meyer's fourth time at the line. The first one's up, and it's no good. Couple of subs for Sandpoint.
Yeah, and Sandpoint's coach saying back off that press, and everyone's going to be in the backcourt there. See if Lewiston's going to heave one up or if they're just going to let that ball dribble out.
Meyer's second one is good. DeGroot looking ahead, passes it to Meyer, now to Meyer, and they're just going to dribble it out.
Good effort by both teams. Lewiston coming out of halftime. Must have been a good halftime speech by head coach Julie Fisher, able to bring those ladies back. But that Sandpoint offense and defense was just too much for the Bengals to handle. Sandpoint is going to advance to their very good record. They're going to advance to 12-2. Very good performance by the Sandpoint Bulldogs there, looking pretty dominant. And as for Lewiston, they showed pretty great aggression on defense. Maybe work on moving that ball a little more on offense. Maybe a little less transitional offense, slowing it down more. But yeah, I don't know if you want to read off some stats there, some free throws. But yeah, other than that, maybe replays coming up later as pretty commanding victory by the Sandpoint Bulldogs. We're going to take it over for a replay of this second half as the band finishes their performance. Did a great job as well. Albright recognizing that her shot was short and she's going to bring that in for two. That's kind of the momentum shift that Lewiston needed in the third quarter. And that's just Brianna Albright, just an electric player. As you saw, Delich kind of stepping out of bounds there, causing a turnover there, pretty costly. And man, the Bengals had a very good run here at that end of the third quarter. Really thought they were going to come all the way back. Sandpoint took a timeout, and that kind of stopped all of Lewiston's momentum. But yeah, Sandpoint, great performance there. The star player is going to be number 24 of Sandpoint. That's going to be Banks. Banks, a very solid three-point shooter. Again, an all-around three-point shooter. Inside the paint, perimeter defense. She can do it all. And she's going to bring the Sandpoint Bulldogs to a victory. That's going to be all from us. I'm Asher Fife.
I'm Allie Olson.
And you have a good night and a great rest of your week.